Okay, we're going to be using our Street Atlas USA 2011 Plus. As I mentioned in the earlier video, compiling a call list and putting the numbers into iBuzz Pro and having iBuzz Pro dial those numbers, it's a two-stage process. And of course, the first stage is we're going to compile our phone numbers, create our call list. Now, I've got us at a web page called zipcodes.com. And I brought us here because this is a great place to find the zip codes. I believe that the way to approach creating a call list is to do it by zip code. So this is zipcodes.com. Let's scroll down. I live in Tennessee, so let's click on Tennessee. And these are the towns and cities in Tennessee. Now let's go down to Mount Juliet, Tennessee. That's where I live. And we're going to click on that. There's Mount Juliet. Click on that. Okay, it shows that there are two zip codes in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. We're kind of a small town. And what you could do is compile two different call lists. Let's say one list would be the people in 37121, the other list would be the people in 37122, and then you could rotate them. 1 week voice broadcast to the 37121, the next week to 37122. However you want to do that. That's totally up to you. Okay, let's go back and go to Nashville, Tennessee, which is a large city, of course. And I live just outside of Nashville. There's Nashville, Tennessee. Let's click on there. And as you can see, there are quite a few zip codes for Nashville. Let's choose 37215. Let's say that our church is in zip code 37215, and we want to voice broadcast to everyone in that zip code. So let's remember 37215 is what we're going to use. And we'll get out of this. Now let's go to our Street Atlas USA 2011 Plus. This you receive this in the mail, download it on your computer, and there's the icon. So let's click on it. It takes it just a minute to come up. This is an amazing piece of software. What it gives you as far as maps and phone numbers and names. What it enables you to do is really approach your voice broadcasting in a strategic manner. Okay, it gives us this box. We don't need it. Alright, here we are in the Street Atlas. On the left side over here you can see we've selected phone. On the right it says 37215. I'm going to put that in there again. Now we're going to search in 37215 for names and phone numbers. Over here it says residential and business. We're not going to need business, so let's get out of that. Now let's search, and it's going to give us our first 1,000 listing. It says 1,000. And the way this arranges your listing is in 1,000, groups of 1,000. And those are the files that you're going to create. You can't, at this stage, you cannot create a file larger than 1,000 names and phone numbers. So what we're going to do is over here it says add. We'll click that. Brings that first 1,000 over to the right-hand side. Then we're going to click on to file. And we're going to put this in my documents. And we're going to name it. And since it's 37215, we'll say 37215 file 1 and save that. Okay. Now let's remove the first 1,000. It says remove, so let's click on that. And let's search for more. Here comes the second 1,000 listings. Okay, we're going to click on add. And then we're going to click on to file. And this will be 37215 file 2 and save that. Okay, let's remove these. Let's go to more, get our third 3,000. Okay, and we're going to add, brings them over to this side. We're going to file, and this is 37215 file 3. Save that. Let's do one more. Remove these. Click on more, and this is our next 1,000. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit and show you something. The names and phone numbers that have the asterisks beside them, these are the people that are listed on the National Do Not Call Registry. There's some people that are not on there. There's some people that are. As far as calling these people, there's a website you can go to called donotcall.gov, and it can give you the guidelines on the legislation, what the law is. in reading it, what it says to me is that if you are a nonprofit entity, and of course the church is a nonprofit entity, then you can call people that are on the Do Not Call registry. Now, of course, I'll leave that totally up to you whether or not you want to do that. One thing to remember, at the end of every voice broadcast, you're going to want to say, if you'd like to be taken off our call list, press 9 now. And if they press 9, automatically the person is taken off the call list. You'll never send them another voice broadcast. So ultimately, the public isn't in charge. They are in charge of what they receive. And the great thing about iBus Pro is when we get over there in the next video, and I can show you, iBus Pro has a filter where it can put the names through the filter, and it will take out, if you want it to, it'll take out everybody out of your call list that's on the National Do Not Call registry. So, and I can show that, like I said, in the next video. All right, we've selected, let's see, we're going to add this, move it over here to File, and it's 37215 file number 4. Let's save that. All right, we put together 4 files, each with 1,000 names and phone numbers in the zip code 37215. Now let me show you something else that's really neat. Let's go from phone, we'll go to Find. It says type of place name or address. I'm going to put in our, let's get that emptied. Okay, let's put in 37215. Hit search. And that's our area for 37215. And let me scroll up here. This in the green outline is area code, zip code 37215. There's Nashville, Tennessee. Go up a little bit further. And there's Nashville. And you can see that southwest of Nashville is the area code or zip code 37215. Let's go down a little bit more. Okay, now what we can do here, get more of that in the map. Okay, let's zoom in. This is our zoom. Let's zoom in a little closer. Okay, we're going in closer into the zip code 37215. I'm just hitting the zoom. It's going to bring us into it. Okay, now we're starting to see streets. And let's go a little bit further in. A little bit further. Okay, there's Harding Place. There's Hobbs Road. As far you can zoom in even further. In fact, I'll do it just a little bit more. See if I can pull up. What I want to do is pull up some of the individual streets. Okay, this gives us more of the individual streets, and you can zoom in even further and it'll name all the streets. But what you can do with this is you can actually find names and phone numbers on particular streets. For example, let's choose Lynbrook Road. Right click on that, go to phone listings, whole street, and it's searching. There's the, it's bringing up some more. Okay, it shows everyone that's on Lynbrook. Here's their names and phone numbers on the left-hand side over here. And if your church, let's say your church is on Lynbrook, you can find the names and phone numbers of everybody that's on that street. Or you can pick a street that's nearby and find everyone there. So like I say, I search by zip code, but you can even fine-tune it more than that if you want to get into your particular neighborhood. Okay, let's get out of this and let's go to my documents. Okay, here's the documents that I saved. 37215 file 1, file 2, file 3, and file 4. Alright, now that we've compiled those, we're going to be plugging those into iBus Pro, and that's the next video. I'm going to show you how to plug these into iBus Pro and have iBus Pro call the names and phone numbers that we've put together.